So this is a Blaupunkt. See the logo there. Blue spot in English. Model is Vienna, although the VI is missing, so it's an Enna. But yeah, so I don't know. Not in the best shape. This front here doesn't want to stay on. First problem. Second problem, you can see all the crazing and scratching and whatever, and I don't know, not in very good shape. Push buttons all seem to function. Volume, tone, and you have a separate, it's hard to see without the dial being lit up, but you have a separate FM and AM shortwave tuning. Has the civil defense marks, so that puts it, you know, in the late 50s, early 60s. I believe this is a 1961 or 62 model. Super hi-fi, not just hi-fi, but super hi-fi. So here's the inside of the Blaupunkt. Usually most of these German radios, I find, tend to just work. You know, once in a while the, you know, selenium rectifier is bad, or the, you know, the filter caps. These also have, hard to see in here, you know, video lighting and all that, not my strong point, but these have those electrostatic speakers. Not really known to be reliable. Sometimes they work, usually they don't, but it does have a nice big, this looks like a 6x9 or something, speaker here, so it should sound good. So I think the first step, I'm going to get this apart and we'll take a look at it, just check for any damage. I'm going to check the fuse first. So here is the underside of the Blaupunkt. You can see here, it looks like mostly the newer Mylar capacitors, along with a lot of dust. You got this filter can here. It's a 2-section. These are Mylar. They're probably fine. Let's see, what do we have here? 350 volts. 50 at 350. Fuse checked out okay. I think that dust needs to be removed. It's just, yeah. Fuse checked out good. Basically, I think what we're gonna do is, I don't see anything obvious in terms of destruction here. I have checked the filter cap and you can see it's leaked out some stuff, which means it's bad. Well, generally anyway. So there's just no point in trying to power it up as it is. I think the best thing is to replace it. And I have some 47 microfarad capacitors. I'll just stick in there. Well, actually a lot of space. I can, you know, it's grounded. It's pretty easy, so I can stick that in there. I also freed up this tuning. It was very stiff, and I was able to put some oil on these pulleys and it actually freed up really nicely. So we have tuning. This whole board here is full of capacitors, but I think the big thing is, let's change the filters, clean these switches, volume control, stuff like that, and then we'll try and power it up and see what happens. Okay, not sketchy at all. Replace the 2 filter caps, put 47s in it, and well, I guess the next step is to apply some power and see if it works. So I put on this cord. Not really the best thing ever. I don't have one of these. I put some shrink tubing there so it doesn't get touched or banged against anything. So we're gonna try and power it up, see what happens. Okay, so we've got the radio connected to the dim bulb tester, connected to the isolation transformer, connected to the variac. It is on AM. I have a meter hooked to B+. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the variac. Variac is on. We're looking for some B+. We'll put it at 5 volts. We're getting some B+, that's good news. At 5 volts, we get 22 volts DC. And about 30 volts. $80 volts DC. We're at 40 volts. Dial light is definitely on. You're at 50 volts. We had 60 volts. 70 volts. Okay. We have volume. Should be hearing something now. It's volts.
About remaining with the Giants for another season. 29 degrees and sunny on this Monday, January 10th.
We're at 110 volts.
I'm Linda Lopez. WCBS News Time is 12:31. 13 people remain in critical condition from the Bronx building fire that's killed 19 people. The FDNY says the fire started with a space heater and then spread through an open apartment door that turned the building. Says John Stamos from social media saying he.
So continuing on with this Blaupunkt, taking a look to see if I want to bother changing any of these other capacitors. There's this one down here, hard to see, but it looks like it's a 2-section paper cap. Either that or it has a type of shielding on it. I believe, I'm trying to figure out where it goes. You know, I don't have a schematic for this, and it's makes life a little harder. I think, you know, I don't even know where it goes. It looks like it connects over here ultimately. I might just leave it just because I really don't know what the deal is with it, if it's a 2-section or if it's a you know, single section with shielding on it, and the shielding is important. I don't know. So I think I'll probably leave it. These electrolytics, right? So this is a 1 microfarad here at 350. You've got another one over here, down here, another one here, and one over here. This is a 12 at 15 volts. So I'm certainly not concerned about that one if it's only got 15 volts on it. The other ones, I should probably change them. I just don't have them. I don't have any 1 microfarad capacitors of any type. So that's, you know, whatever. I mean, it seems to play just fine. So my goal here is just to get it working. It doesn't have to be totally restored. I think I'll get it working, and then, you know, if someone else wants to go to the effort of getting this to be 150% perfect, then, you know, they're welcome to. But so far, I mean, it seems to be working fine.
Up next, the question as to
really sounds pretty nice.
The guys discuss the candidates and debate just how desirable or undesirable this job really is. The Michael K. Show, today at 3 o'clock on 98.7 ESPN.
At ESPN, we're all up.
Can't believe that.
Home Care coordinates all your
your health-related services to help with rehabilitation
we got a
and
radio.
maintaining independence. Only a home care
What I
works
didn't
with
do-
Medicare, Medicaid, or your...
So what I didn't do, I didn't change those other capacitors. I just said, you know, forget it. It's not worth bothering with. Like I said, you know, my goal was just to get it to work. Got it working. Seems to work okay. Sounds good. Don't think the electrostatic speakers are working. I'm not really, you know, it doesn't really matter. I mean, look at this cabinet, you know. It's in such great shape. So anyway, we have a radio, and just got to figure out what to do with it.
Silvers, you'd rather have everything that's important.